All right, I'm in this beautiful agroforestry system in Eden, and I've been searching for a perennial grass to grow. These grasses are my nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium factory. This is how I'm gonna generate life fast. Tall growing perennial grasses that can grow 9 feet or higher, like this Arundo Donax, is an incredible photosynthesizer. It's taking carbon right out of the air with the use of sunlight, water, and earth and creating life. This Arundo Donax is so incredible that I'm able to cut it like this, place it on my trees. It becomes worm food, it becomes microbial food, and I'm basically creating a worm farm on top of my trees. Now, Arundo Donax is one of those plants that has been really misunderstood. A lot of people have demonized this plant as an invasive. There's a lot of people spending a lot of money to get rid of this plant out of nature here in California. And I took really interest in this plant because the Aztecs in old Tenochtitlan, which is where Mexico City is now, used the Arundo Donax with water hyacinth and willows to create land. It's now known as Xochimilco, or the Chinampas, where they grew their food once for the entire Aztec Empire and have left it with many meters of basically compost. So this is one of the fastest growing grasses in the world, one of the biggest generators of biomass. And we are gonna plant it here. We're gonna plant it here in between our trees to generate biomass, to grow fertility, and to harvest the power of the sun. The trick about growing a grass like this is that if we plant a grass like this, we need to manage this grass. We're gonna have to figure out how fast it grows in order to cut it in time. Why? This Arundo Donax, if you can see, in Mexico they call it carizo. It looks like bamboo. It has these little nodules. Out of each of these nodules will shoot a root. It will shoot a root out of each of these and can actually grow a plant. Now, when I leave my Arundo Donax to the stage it is now, which is about 10 feet tall, or 3 meters, this is a almost fully mature cane. This almost fully mature cane will sprout. And most likely, if I was to throw it in my tree line like this as a biomass amongst my sycamore and my pines and my willows, if this is touching the ground and has enough humidity, has enough water, it will sprout. And if it sprouts amongst my trees, I have a management problem because this is a very fast, rapid growing grass that's gonna shoot nodes everywhere and root system. And once this enters into my tree line, I'm going to need to eradicate it with probably a pick. And that's going to disturb the roots of my trees. So rather than, first of all, not going to plant this in my tree lines, I'm going to plant it next to my tree lines. So when it shoots up and when it's young, just like the one that I just cut, that's much more, the foliage is much greener. I'm going to grab a piece. Whoop. So when the foliage is nice and young and the stalk is greener, and I'm not even sure if this is still too mature, but you can see when the plant is younger, the actual leaf of the grass is much thicker. There's a lot of matter on it, and also it breaks much easier. This is full of water, this is full of nutrients, this is full of life. The chances, this is not gonna sprout back. This is not a seed. So I can lay this in my tree line and it will become fertilizer, it will become mulch, it will become life. Once my cell wall is bigger, stronger, this is like bamboo, this is now a seed. It's a huge seed that's gonna give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 plants just with one stalk. To plant Arundo Donax, it's super easy. All you have to do is lay it on its side, stick it in the ground, make a little tunnel, just like this. Ideally, you want to have moist soil as you're doing this so it can go into a nice moist space. Put it in the ground and then simply cover it. As long as this space stays moist for the next few days or a week, this Arundo Donax is going to shoot out a lot of root, and it's probably not going to go away until we have a forest here. The Arundo Donax is a perennial grass, meaning that it comes back year after year. I don't need to replant this. This could be in my system for the next 10 years, okay? So this is a very, very powerful grass, one that needs to be respected. And when I say respected, I simply mean it needs to be managed correctly. That means coming out here with a very sharp machete when the plant is still young. I would probably even go younger than this. I'm not sure the exact timing because it varies from microclimate to microclimate, meaning in Mexico or Brazil or a tropical, subtropical place, this grass will grow much faster than it will grow here in a more Mediterranean climate. Here, every 2 months, I'll probably come out here and somewhere around that mark, and I'll prune this entire line where I'm going to plant my Arundo Donax. I'll prune this entire line. I'll take all of that amazing green matter and I'll put it on my trees. This is going to become tree food. Eventually, my trees will grow bigger. I will have a lot of shade in this region, and the Arundo Donax will have a lot harder of a time coming back. So it will automatically move out of the system. So have fun, find them great invasive grasses, invasive plants, and just change your relationship with them. A lot of times these plants can be used to accelerate our system into more abundance very fast with little input, and just requires a little bit of commitment and a little bit of mind power. Get out there, happy planting.